Hi, my name is Laana Rockty Wild, and in this episode, I'm working on my 20 by 20 three-sided log cabin in Delta Junction. I cleared land around the cabin, about 100 foot. Right here, I started using a solar panel to charge my RV batteries and drills and have lights in my wall tent. I had to park my Chevy Spark about a quarter-mile away from the house because it was too full of snow and water. I got a grant for $2,400 to clear all the spruce trees and dead flammable trees near my house. And so I was really excited to get that done because it's a real fire hazard and I did not want to build a house and have it burn down. I just got a grant, so I'm trying to make $2,400 and cut down all the spruce. And that's how I'm going to get paid by the state of Alaska grant. Make it happen. I think I have water in my gas. I don't know. Chainsaw's not running so good actually. Better do some work on this. This is a state of Alaska Department of Natural Resources grant, Firewise grant. On this side, the south side of the house, I cleared a lot of dead alder and young birch trees and hardwood trees, and I just burnt them right there. Right now, I'm cutting down all of the black spruce, white spruce, dead alder, birch that are dead, and just leaving nothing but good, healthy birch trees. I left the tree stumps standing about 6 inches tall so that the grant administrator could see how many trees I cut and count them, and then that way they could confirm the work was done and give me my grant money. It was early enough in the year so that I could burn piles without having to get a burn permit. Initially, I made a huge pile of spruce trees in front of my property, thinking I would haul it to the debris pile over across from forestry. However, I ended up burning majority of this. I just like to burn a lot. One thing I noticed is water started to melt and pool up along the edge and around the foundation of the house, which later I had to correct this, which I'll share videos of. I wanted to leave one big spruce tree and not cut all the spruce, so I left this one. However, there is a big squirrel nest up in this tree, and they've been living in this area. So I ended up wrapping tarp around the base of this tree to prevent the squirrel from climbing up it. The water was everywhere, so I quit using winter boots, started using rubber boots, and then also a neighbor gave me this big tractor track that I laid down so I could walk on top of it to stay out of the water. I cooked moose meat on a stick and ate it. That gave me a lot of energy. Yeah, took this big spruce tree right down, and another small one. Stacked up the logs, burning all the brush. This forest is looking great. Yeah, this was kind of a late snow, I was thinking. Right here I cut a bunch of old dead willows and hardwood trees. The snow continued to melt, but the area was draining pretty good, so I felt like the foundation wasn't getting damaged and the house stayed level. I lit numerous piles on fire at once and just let it burn. After days and days of cutting and clearing, I knew I was almost done for this project and it was going to be beautiful around my house. I had to dance. I used a pot and bailed water out of the corner of my house where it was really deep to help it drain. I laid this tarp down on the road and then asked my neighbor who was using heavy equipment to build a house, and he was digging a gravel pit, so he agreed to help me upon payment of only $100. And he showed up and helped out a lot with his excavator, a dozer, and a dump truck. Then my son showed up to help me work on the road and to help burn piles. Right here, he dug a hole on the low side of the road so that water could drain into that hole. Later on, I used a pump and pumped water out of this hole to keep draining it. Oh yeah. Fixing the road. Boom. Yes. This was hardwood trees, so I used gas on it to get it going. My son was playing kendama. He did some awesome tricks, but I wasn't able to capture him.
Gotta watch for spot fires.
Yeah, May 28th, and I was surprised that it snowed. And the trees had green leaves on it, so I was kind of worried about these trees. But they pulled through, and so did I. Thank you for watching my videos, and I really appreciate everybody. Please smash that subscribe button. So I just had to bring 10 rolls of R30 insulation from the back of my truck over here. That way it'll be, not getting snowed on, and I'll use it hopefully tomorrow or Tuesday. But I couldn't use it right now. The spray foam insulation I wanted to put along each edge of those plywoods that I dropped in, the 16-inch plywoods, and for all the corners it'll freeze, so I have to wait. And also I can't even drive there safely. The snow is so deep. Yeah, it's snowed about, let's see, oh wait, that's, yeah, so 1, 2, 3, about 5 inches it snowed. And it's not gonna be easy to drive down the hill and back up the hill. I'll probably end up getting stuck and always breaking something anyway. CV or something like that. The hubs, always have to fix something, so no more driving it too hard. And at least I can make it to the store, get some steaks and eggs. Can't drive to Delta either. I'm sure I can get to these places. It's just that don't want to push it. I like to treat my equipment a little better, and myself too, Don't want anything to happen. Can't fight Mother Nature. Unbelievable. Yeah, it's snowing harder than I thought. So I'll just buy some steaks and bacon and good food. Take a shower. I'm living in a dry cabin right now. This is my son's rental cabin, and I have electricity here. So, and I'm warm. There's a Toyo stove. Yeah, so I'm doing good. Soon, hopefully, I'll finish this house and move into it. And like right now, I have a house in Delta Junction, and that was the first one I built. It's a 20 by 20 log house. Oh, sorry, you missed it. Nice looking airplane. But yeah, 20 by 20 log house in Delta Junction. And I also have the house I built in Wasilla. That one is a 18 by 18. And then the one I'm building right now is a 18 by 16. Yeah. And why am I building all these houses, and did I sell them? That was another question people asked. I would say that I didn't really plan to build all these houses. It was just that first I was living in Fairbanks on Oak County. I had a house, and it had running water and everything. It was a nice house. And I tried to, get a forestry technician job in Fairbanks, and I ended up getting one in Delta Junction, which is pretty awesome. It's like 2-hour drive, and so I bought 4 acres there, and I built a 20 by 20 there. I still had my house in Fairbanks. Then I sold it last winter, and from there I had money to buy land, so I bought 1.5 acres where I'm building the house right now, up on the hill north of Fairbanks. And then I also bought 1.2 acres in Wasilla. I was like working a fire assignment in Wasilla when I bought that. I was working on the helicopter, and I built that house in Wasilla, and now I'm building this house in Fairbanks. And see, I was living all winter in Wasilla after I built the house, and I ended up getting the same job as a firefighter, but not in Delta, in Fairbanks. And it's confusing, I know. There's more details to the story. Like, I resigned, and I used my master's in science, and I worked for 3 months in the city of Anchorage, but I couldn't handle it in the city, and so I stopped that job. So I had to apply for jobs again to be a forestry technician, and I took a couple of interviews, and I got the first offer was from Fairbanks, and I accepted it, and I stuck to it, and I'm sticking to it. So yeah, just I'm not gonna resign anymore, and I have houses 2 parts of the state, but my job doesn't match where my houses are right now. But my son lives there, luckily, and all is good.